Hi, this is Jeannie Burckhard-McKenna, and my topic today is making our schools inviting to single fathers. After selecting a possible topic for my dissertation, I started researching whether my data would be valid. I found out that it would not be, and this led me to further research the topic of single fathers in our schools. Let's look first at some of the research on single fathers. According to the Census Bureau report, 16.1% of single-parent households today are headed by fathers, up from 12.5% in 2007. According to the Institute for Family Studies in 2014, there are 5 facts about today's single fathers. Most single fathers are divorced, as compared to 49% of single moms have never been married. Number 2, single fathers are more likely to be white, older, and somewhat more educated compared to single mothers. In the white category, 56% of single fathers versus 33% of single mothers. Those with bachelor's degrees, 23% single fathers versus 18% single mothers. Number 3, single fathers are more likely to be cohabitating, 41% versus 16% of single mothers. Number 4, single father families are better off financially than single mother families. The median annual income for single father families is $40,000 versus $26,000 for single mothers. While the research on single fathers is limited, studies show that children in single father families fare as well as children in single mother families on many outcomes, although there are no differences. I go around the state coordinating family-friendly walkthroughs and realized we don't have questions regarding how friendly our schools are to single fathers. Most schools assume the single parent is a mom. In fact, most school secretaries list the mother as the first point of contact if both parents are listed, even if the father is the custodial parent. Fathers who share custodial rights often do not receive newsletters, report cards, and other important school information unless they go into the school and show legal documentation. Our society assumes that the mom is in charge of a child's education. What effect might this have on that child? Why does a father not have the same rights as a mother in our society? Research shows that children need their fathers as much as their mothers in the life of their educational career. So what cost is this to the schools if we do not involve our students' fathers? According to a growing body of research, turns out that many of the many factors that can predict a child's educational success, few rank as high as a father's presence. According to the Fatherhood Institute, a father's interest in his child's education has been found to have a more direct impact on educational outcomes than family background, poverty, or even the child's personality. The Institute reports that children whose fathers are active participants in their education are likely to perform better on exams, achieve higher levels of educational qualification, and to feel more positively about their school. The U.S. Department of Education reports that children whose fathers are directly involved in their schooling are likelier to participate in extracurricular activities, succeed academically, and are less likely to be expelled or repeat a grade. Approximately 50% of all students whose fathers are highly involved in their education earn mostly A's in school. This is compared to only 33% of students whose fathers have low or non-existent involvement in their schooling. The National Center for Father reports that fatherly involvement can be a strong predictor of classroom discipline and in the long term, a lower chance towards criminality and substance abuse. Between 1999 and 2009, fatherly presence rose in nearly every aspect of student life. The percentage of fathers taking their children to school has risen from 38% to 41%. Attending class events, 28% to 35%. Visiting the classroom, 30% to 41%. Volunteering at school, 20% to 28%. Attending parent-teacher conferences, 69% to 77%. Attending school meetings, 28% to 35%. Attending school-based parents meetings, 47% to 59%. The amount of time that men spend fathering has tripled since 1965, so it appears that dads are stepping up their game. And part of this may be that society is now more accepting to fathers parenting rather than babysitting. Many families and children succeed and strive without fathers. Many single mothers undertake the task of raising happy, healthy, and well-adjusted children without the help of fathers. This is not to discredit the single mothers out there. I was a single mother myself. But the fact is that students do better in almost every area of their academic careers with their fathers involved. So we need to start putting some time and resources into including our fathers, especially our single fathers, into their child's school career. So what can we do in our schools to include all fathers, including our single parent fathers? Here are some ideas. Make certain you have all custodial parents' information in your data system. A shared custodial parent cannot choose to not include the other parent. Make a special effort to involve males in leadership positions on advisory councils, PTAs, and any other type of organization out of your school. Make sure school information goes to both custodial parents if applicable. Request both parents attend parent-teacher conferences. If surveys are to be done, make sure both parents fill out the surveys individually. Encourage fathers to attend school events. Encourage fathers to observe and/or help in the classroom. Host a father night. This can be a night to share information or child and father night with fun bonding activities. If no father is available, make sure to allow children to bring a grandpa, uncle, stepfather, or other male role model that is in their life. Have male staff participate heavily with these kind of events. Have a dad lunch or breakfast. Sponsor a Saturday work day, installing playground equipment, school ground cleanup, or other activities for dad and child. Provide incentives or door prizes for each of these events. Provide classes such as technology training, GED certification, or many others. Provide opportunities for fathers to volunteer. Share information and ideas how to father instead of babysit their child. For example, reading to your child, telling stories, taking on excursions such as a zoo or museum or other things. Let's work together to open our schools to fathers. It shouldn't cost a lot, and our students will really benefit. Thank you for listening. This is Jeannie Burckhard-McKenna.